You have just spent £3.5 million on a player that can't get into my team. I don't care if he has potential. He doesn't even play in a position that I use in my formation, Deadpool. Why have you spent £3.5 million on him? He's not going to be a star player. Why have you told him he's going to be a star player? He's not even as good as the players we have. So he's going to be upset. He thinks he's going to be the best player at the club. He's 2.5 stars, Deadpool. What are you doing? Right, well, it's too late now. He's in. So I'm just going to have to deal with it, aren't I? Yeah, okay, cool, bye. Deadpool has gone out on the transfer deadline day signing a £3.5 million, our record transfer fee, on an attacking midfielder who can't get into our team, doesn't fit our formation, and he's a star player. Money's got to his head. The money has got to his head. What's going on, guys? My name is Adam, I am a Super Swan, and welcome to episode 27 of the FM21 Deadpool Diaries. We come back for 2 league games in the Championship, one against Barnsley, the other against a promotion-pushing Plymouth, who were in League One with us last year. So as you can see, we are 11th in the league, 11 games gone, which I will very happily take. It's been... mid-table's kind of been how we've been. I mean, we've won the games, we've lost games, we've drawn a couple of games. So if I finish the season in 11th place, I think I'll be very, very happy with how things have gone. I mean, like I say, Plymouth, they're up in 5th place. They were in League One with us last year. They won the playoffs. So fair play to Plymouth. They're doing very, very well. So I'm going to first of all show you the transfer business that Deadpool has been doing since you last left us after the first couple of games of the season. And what I've started to do now is I've put little yellow markers next to the players that Deadpool's brought in, just so it's a bit easier for you all to know which players Deadpool's brought in, which players I've brought in. And as you can see, there's one big one at the bottom here for £3.5 million. Andre Soares comes in from some random Portuguese club. He's 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. He's an advanced playmaker in attacking midfield, and he's a star player. He's going to think he's going to play every game, but he's not even as good as sort of our other players that we've got. So Andre Soares is in the club. Get used to seeing him, because I'm going to have to play him every game if he's going to be happy at the club. The only good thing is he does have 5-star potential, so he may come good. But, you know, if Deadpool's track record's anything to go by, who knows? Who knows? But we're going to go, first of all, for the Barnsley game. Where are Barnsley in the league? If we go back, where are Barnsley? So Barnsley are 10th, so they're just one place above us in the league. So we're going to go out to try and see if we can beat them in the first game of today's episode. And this is going to be the lineup for that game. Now, with Soares coming in, I'm going to go with an attacking midfielder for our home games and revert to our deep-lying playmaker tactic for the away games. So I want to kind of keep players behind the ball away from home. But if we're the favourites and we're at home, I want us to try and get all 3 points. So this is going to be the lineup for that game. We've got Walton in goal, Bello, Good, Pieri and Bogle at the back. We've got Sivadursky and Stiller in the midfield. Jewel on the left, who's kicking up a bit of a fuss because Bournemouth came in with an offer on transfer deadline day for something stupid like 400 grand. I rejected it, and now he wants to go to Bournemouth. So he's unhappy, but he's in the squad. Soares makes his on-screen debut with Oscar Bob on the right, and Duncan is going to start up front as Predo. He's a bit high injury risk at the moment as he's been playing quite a lot of games, so Predo is on the bench. So mid-table for Wrexham, we're doing alright. I'm pretty happy with where we are. We just need to keep up that momentum, keep up that kind of form, and who knows where we could end up at the end of the season. And I think we're closer to the playoffs than we are to the relegation zone, which if we can keep that up for the rest of the year, I will call this a successful season, because We just want to stay in the Championship this year, and if we can stay on that mid-table, it's going to go pretty well. So, first game is Barnsley. Our £3.5 million signing, Soares, makes his debut. Let's hope that Deadpool's made a good signing. I mean, my hopes aren't very high for him, but we'll see how he gets on. As Soares on the ball, comes inside to Stiller, Bobby Duncan. Soares again on the ball. He's going to be the advanced playmaker, so he's going to be involved quite a lot as Duncan puts the ball past the post. First chance for Wrexham. Come up to half-time, no highlights to speak of. Barnsley have had the shots on target, but Wrexham have kind of won the possession battle. So it's a bit of a drab game at this moment in time, so I'm going to give them a bit of a pump of the fists. We can still win this, and I think if we just get that first goal, we'll be on our way to all 3 points at the racecourse. So we'll have a quick look at the tactics. Anybody underperforming? Jewel on a 6.5, but he is motivated. So I'm going to keep him on the pitch for the first kind of 15 minutes. I might even go attacking, because we are on the ball. Let's see if we can try and grab a winner. Starting from the back, Walton from the keeper. Is he going to roll it? No, he's going to pump it upfield. Duncan gets on the end of it. Jewel comes inside. He's got a few options. Tries to play in Duncan. Duncan's through! Bobby Duncan gets the first goal. I'm going to dial it back to positive. We don't need to be really full on attacking now, but we do get the first goal of this game. Mark Jewell does well. He's going to feed this ball into Bobby Duncan. It's a lovely ball. I thought he might even have been offside. But Duncan, 5th goal of the season, 1-0 Wrexham. Aitchison on the ball, but Bello does well to intercept it, and we're going to rump it back up to Bobby Duncan as Sividerski. Jewell linking up again. He was involved in the first goal. New signing Soares, back to Jewell. He's got to go for a shot. He's not very good at shooting, is Mark Jewell. He's only got 9 finishing, so that was to be expected. 70 minutes, 20 minutes to go, as Soares tries to find a ball, but it is intercepted. As Marsh to Simios to Fox, Barnsley getting their first real sort of chance on the ball in this game. It's been all Wrexham mostly from the highlights. As Bogle plays it into Bobby Duncan, and Bobby Duncan's just made it 2-0. Top corner, top class, and it's 2-0 to Wrexham, and that should be game over, as it's a good ball. Stiller holds it up, finds Bogle. Bogle puts it into Bobby Duncan. He loses the defence. He sees the top corner. He goes straight for it. 2 goals for him, 2 goals for Wrexham. 74 minutes. Let's see who's tied. We got Stiller, Soares, and Mark Jewell. So we'll bring off, I think Stiller will be the man to make way. We'll bring on Callum Barlow to play in that centre midfield. Soares, 6.6. He's tired. Mark Jewell's playing well. So I think Adam Phillips can come on for new boy Soares. We didn't really see much of him in this game. Hopefully he'll play a little bit better in the Plymouth game. But 2-0 up. Can we see this through? Last change of the day, and I'm going to bring Predo off the bench to replace Oscar Bob, as Bob hasn't had a good game. I don't think he's that good, Oscar Bob. I haven't really seen a lot of him. I'm not that impressed with Oscar Bob. But 5 minutes to go. We'll see the rest of this game out through together. 2-0, straightforward win against Barnsley. I'm happy with that performance, and that should get us quite close to the playoff positions, I think. But we'll have a look. We'll tell the lads they've done well. So a good performance from Wrexham at the racecourse. First win on camera of the season. And that does put us up to 8th place in the Championship. And who's scouting Barlow now? Burnley's manager. Burnley really want Callum Barlow. I'm going to try and hold on to him as long as I can. But look at the Championship table. We're in 8th place. 2 points off the playoffs, and more importantly, 14 points away from the relegation zone, where Swansea and Cardiff are in there. So that officially, at this moment in time, makes Wrexham the best Welsh club in the Football League. That's how far we've come. We are the best Welsh club in the Football League. So we'll come back for Plymouth. Where are they? They're just above us in 7th. 1 point ahead. So it'll be an interesting game to see how we get on. We might even get into the playoffs. So I will see you back for Plymouth. We are back for the Plymouth game, and we've had an international break in between as well. And Callum Barlow, we've had Mark Jewell, and Soars had a really good international break. They scored goals, had assists, so it looks like Soars might turn out to be alright. But we'll have to give him at least a season to find that out. But we're away from home, so we're going with our defensive formation. We've got Walton in goal, Bello, Harris, Baptiste and Bogle at the back, Stiller, Butcher and Soars in the midfield, Richards on the left, Predo comes back in on the right, and after his 2 goals in the last game, Bobby Duncan starts up front. So a few enforced changes. I know Barlow and I know Mark Jewell's looking a bit tired from their international under-21 fixtures. We still haven't had any full-fledged internationals at Wrexham yet, but with the likes of Jewell, Barlow, potentially, they could make the Wales squad. So we'll have to keep an eye on their international exploits. So we'll give them the pump of the fists. The pundits were right to back you up. And I tell you what, a win against Plymouth today, we could be sniffing around a playoff place in the Championship, which was very much unexpected going into this season. All I want to do is stay in the Championship. But Plymouth came up with us from League One, so 2 sides playing very well. Who's going to be the side that gets the points today as Predo puts it in for Bobby Duncan? Puts it over the bar. Bello finds Riddell Richards to Bobby Duncan, switching the flanks to Predo. He's got the right back making the run, but he tries to find Riddell Richards, and now Jassimi is on the attack for Plymouth. Bello tries to get the ball, but Jan Danda picks it up again, and Plymouth now on the ascendancy. Johnson crosses it in, it's blocked, and Wrexham get it away. It's been all Plymouth in this first half. They've had all the chances, we're losing possession. So we've dialed it back to cautious, try and get a few more players behind the ball, and strike on the counter as Soars flanks Riddell Richards, tries to beat Johnson but doesn't quite get there. Bello does recycle it. Can he get the ball in the box? Finds Soars. Soars back to Bello. One of them's going to have to try and do something here. As Soars to Stiller. Stiller in the box for Bobby Duncan. It goes all the way in! And Angelo Stiller gets the first goal. A very much unexpected goal, but I will take it every day of the week. As Stiller puts a ball in the box and nobody gets there, not even the keeper. So let's have a look at this again. Stiller puts it in, tries to find Duncan. The goalkeeper completely misses it. And Wrexham are 1-0 up. Come up to half-time, I'm very surprised that we are winning. As Plymouth, I would arguably say, have been the better side, although the XG story is very similar. 0.4 for Plymouth, 0.38 for us. So it's, I'd say, a 50-50 game after that goal. So I'm going to give them another pumping of the fists to tell them, you know, there's a lot more to come. I reckon if we could see this out, like I say before, we could be sniffing around a playoff place. But we do have a kick-off highlight, which we've already established in the previous episodes, right? Kick-off highlights are normally good. So can we get a second goal just after the half-time break as Stiller puts it in for Bobby Duncan? Bobby Duncan's through. I tell you, kick-off highlights are very, very good in FM21. Walton still very early on in this second half. And it's good to see Wrexham on the ball as Predo. Can he find Bogle? He can. Bogle's got space to run into. He's going to try and see Duncan making the run. Beats the man. Goes all the way though, but nobody from Wrexham on the end of it. And Plymouth now going to try and get us on the counter. But Bogle does do a good job of intercepting. Predo beats the man. Predo getting into the box. He's going all on his own here, Predo. He dances around the team. Oh, Predo almost scored an amazing goal. I'm still on cautious. I might dial it up to balance because it's been mostly Wrexham, but then it's working well. So I don't want to commit more players forward than we need to, especially away from home. But we're on the ball. Stiller to Butcher. Might think of bringing Butcher off, because I know he was only given 45 minutes playtime and we're well into the second half. So he must be struggling at this point. But just passing it in the midfield at the moment, nobody kind of making a run, apart from Duncan. Duncan's through, Duncan shoots! And Bobby Duncan, that's his third goal of this episode. 2-0 up against Plymouth. And just as I was saying that nobody was making the run, it's almost like Bobby Duncan could hear my cry. And he gets goal number 2 in this game. Loses the defence, chests it, puts it in. Wrexham are 2-0 up against Plymouth. 70th minute, time to make some subs. And let's have a look who we got. Butcher. He's looking alright actually, so we're going to keep him on. Sawes is looking tired. He hasn't done much in 2 games, which doesn't fill me with confidence. So Adam Phillips can come on to be the Mazzala. Riddell Richards on a 6.3. He hasn't had a good time on that left-hand side. So we'll bring on... We need a right footer. Phillips, I think, is a right footer. Yes, he is. So Phillips can go out onto the left. We'll bring on Callum Barlow to be the Mazzala? No, we'll make him centre defensive midfield. We'll make Butcher the Mazzala on the left there, so we can go out a little bit onto the wing there. So double change. Barlow's going to come on. Phillips is going to come on. Can we keep this lead? We can with the corner. Phillips puts it in. Headed away as far as Harris. Is there going to be an immediate goal after these subs? As Phillips plays it back to Stiller. Butcher takes the shot. Oh, it's 3. Matt Butcher. That's why he's the Mazzala. Gets a long shot. What a goal from Matt Butcher. It is 3-0 Wrexham. Game over. And we have really shown Plymouth why we were the champions of League One. And they only got promoted via the playoffs. It's a lovely goal. It's 3-0 Wrexham. We are heading for the playoffs. But will Plymouth have a last twist in this tale? Not with that though, as Phillips. There's a lot of people to choose from. Plays it to Duncan. Duncan's 1-on-1. Can he make it 4? No, he tries to be clever. Coming into the last 10 minutes of this game, I think Plymouth now playing for pride at home here. And Wrexham, they've been very convincing in this game. Phillips, he's got options. Finds Predo. Predo in the box. Predo's 1-on-1. And Predo's just made it 4. 5th goal of the season for him. And a fine goal from our Serbian wonder kid. He's not technically a wonder kid, but he's our wonder kid. You know, he's the Wrexham wonder kid. The one we plucked from Serbia on a random scouting trip to the Under-21 Championships. And it's 4-0 to Wrexham. Last change of the day. And I think we're going to bring off George Bello. I don't think I have a left back on the bench though. So I think Josh Emmanuel, you're going to have to do a job at left back. I know you're a right footer, but we'll make you an inverted winger. How about that, right? We'll do you a favour. We'll make you an inverted wing back. We'll mix things up a bit for the last 5 minutes of the game. But we should be enough to see all 3 points. We're 4-0 up. There was never going to be any doubt. And a very, very good performance from Wrexham today. A good win. 2 back-to-back wins on camera as well in the Championship. And Wrexham are going to be close to playoffs now. Let's have a look. We are in the playoffs. 6th place in the Championship. Wow. What a performance. Stiller, we'll praise Stiller. He did well. I'll tell him he was superb in front of goal, even though he clearly didn't mean the strike. But we'll go to the competitions. Let's have a look at the Championship. We are in 6th place, my friends. We are, what? At this point, 12 points clear. No, we're not 14 points clear of the relegation zone. Cardiff and Swansea are both in the relegation zone. We're the best Welsh club in the Championship. We're the best Welsh club in the world. Best Welsh club in the world. You tell me how that makes sense. So I think what we'll do is we'll come back. Oh, we're coming back for Swansea Cardiff. We're coming back for Swansea Cardiff. We're going back for 2 Welsh derbies next time. So we'll come back for Swansea, away from home. We'll skip over Bristol, and then we'll come back for Cardiff. So Swansea and Cardiff next time. 2 Welsh derbies coming up. We've built this team up over 3 years to become not only the best Welsh club, but the best club in the world. We've got Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool and Rob McElhenney behind us. And, next episode, we will be claiming our throne as the best Welsh club in the world. But leave a like if you enjoy, guys. Subscribe to the channel. for more Football Manager 2021 content. We will be uploading Deadpool Diaries every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 6 PM GMT. And tune in next time as the Dragons, Wrexham, take on the Bluebirds and the Swans in a Welsh tournament in the Championship to see who is the best Welsh club. Thank you very much for watching.